guys, what's up? I'm Allie and this is Transform the Norm. Welcome back to another video. I hope you are staying safe, healthy, and positive during these unexpected times. In today's video, I wanted to show you what my full year classroom theme looks like. And this year, it happened to be an airport. So last week, I was able to go into my classroom and take down all my decorations, which was sad because usually the kids and I do it together and we make it like a game. And it's exciting because it's the end of the year and it's almost summer, but this year was definitely different. Walking into the classroom was such a weird feeling. It was great to be back, but also a reminder of how much time has passed since my students and I have been together. It's so weird because on one hand, it seems like this year is just dragging on with everything that we've had to adjust to. And then on the other hand, I look back and I can't believe that we've already been distance learning for 2 months, or I haven't seen them in person in 2 months. It's crazy. But today's video, I wanted to show you a little bit about what my full year classroom theme looks like. And this year, I decided to do an airport. Like I said, I was able to take down my decorations and I brought them here to show you. So many people ask where these ideas come from. And honestly, I can't really tell you. It just pops into my head. For instance, this year's classroom theme was Morris Air. And the idea came from when my family and I were waiting hours in Punta Cana waiting for our flight, and there was nothing else to do but just stare and look around. So I took in everything. I took in the seats, I took in the workers, I took in the suitcases, anything around me. I pictured what it would look like in a classroom setting. What jobs would I have? What my reading corner would look like, what my desk arrangement would be. So once I finalized my idea of the airport, I spent so much time looking at just pictures of different airports. And I know that sounds a little bit ridiculous, but it actually helped. So after spending so much time looking through those pictures, I wrote a very simple list of some of the things that I wanted to incorporate somehow. I knew I wanted clouds. I knew I wanted a passport. I knew I wanted boarding passes. I knew I wanted a runway, departure arrival signs. I wasn't sure how I was going to do that, but I knew that those were some details that I needed to have in my room. So planning this entire classroom theme takes a long time. Just like I said in my last video, everything is a process. This usually takes me the entire summer, mainly because I don't want anything to feel or look rushed. So I like to keep it to a project a day and just focus on that and doing it to the best of my ability. And the best part about making everything come to life is seriously the little details. Like the little parts that you think are so minuscule actually make the entire theme come to life. The kids notice and appreciate a lot more than you may think. So after I do my entire list of things that I want to put in my classroom, I start to think about each project individually. Before I buy anything for these classroom themes, I like to go to the stores and actually look through the aisles. I spend so much time just looking. And honestly, you'd be surprised how many ideas come to you in the moment when you're just looking at different things to put together. And I also spend a lot of time looking online. Again, I don't buy anything before I have a concrete vision of what I want to do. This saves a ton of unnecessary purchases, which I have made in the past and I've learned from. So I like to just get an idea of what I want to do before I buy anything. But after spending so much time in the stores, I create a list of projects that I want to do. For the most part, I make all of the decorations that go inside of these classroom themes. And I do it for a couple different reasons. One, it's so exciting. I love planning and prepping all summer for it. It gets me excited for the new year and it gets me excited to meet new students. But also I can make it exactly like how I envision it. I can make it specific to my class and I can change whatever I need to because I made it. But obviously there are bigger things that I can't make by myself, so I do use Amazon. Some of my go-to stores to make these projects are craft stores like Walmart, Dollar Store, AC Moore, Michael's, Target. But my hands down favorite place to shop to create my themes is Hobby Lobby. No, this is not a sponsored video. Should be. But Hobby Lobby is my go-to store. I find everything there. I end up leaving with more ideas than I came there with, and they have everything I need. I go in there, I put things together, and it's so cheap. They're the best. Hobby Lobby, sponsor me. So like I said, I brought some of my decorations here to show you where the ideas come from and how they evolve. One of my very first ideas from the beginning that I knew I had to put into my airport themed classroom were clouds. Not only did I think that they were going to bring the room to life, but having hanging clouds I thought would be cool. So this is an example of one of the clouds that I did, which was by far the easiest, cheapest, most simple project that I did throughout the entire theme. I started with getting a bunch of styrofoam poster boards from the dollar store. You can see the poster board. So I then draw the clouds on the poster board, and I think I maybe get 2 or 3 clouds per board. Then I take this polyfill stuffing and I hot glue a big chunk to the front, and it usually will stick. You might have to add a little bit more hot glue to it, but then it looks like this. And I hang these up all over my classroom. I had like 15 to 20 clouds, but I also made little ones too. So they could be any size, any shape, whatever. As long as you add this filling to it, it doesn't really matter what it looks like on the poster board. As you can see, I do have a little bit of pencil marks, but again, they're hanging, they won't notice. As you can see, so simple, poster board, hot glue, and a little bit of that polyfill, and I had my clouds. The kids loved them, brought the room to life, and it was so simple. My next project that took me a little longer than I wanted, but I think it turned out pretty well, were my departure and arrival signs. I knew that with any airport, you needed a sign that says departure and a sign that says arrival. So instead of buying one for like 50 bucks on Amazon, I made them. So these I had hanging above my door to my classroom. I had the departure sign going out and the arrivals coming in. Like I said earlier, I like to customize it. So gate 11 is actually our room number, room 11. So gate 11. And then all of these other things that I used my Cricut. Again, not a sponsored video, but I swear by a Cricut. If you don't have one, please invest in it. It is the best tool you will ever use as a teacher. This is the finished product of my departure and arrival signs, which, like I said, took me a little bit longer than I expected, just with the spacing and everything, but definitely made the room come together. So after I finished my departure and arrival signs, I thought about what other signs I saw from the airport. I went back on my list and I knew I had to have an area of a baggage claim. So here is the baggage claim sign. Again, I used a poster board. This time it was just a regular paper poster board from the dollar store. All the letters, arrows, and symbols are done again on the Cricut. If you don't have one, I can't stress it enough, go get one. The baggage claim was fun to create because not only did I have the sign hanging in my classroom, I also made the computer desk area, which is shaped like an L. I made that into the actual baggage claim. So unfortunately, I don't have a picture of the entire baggage claim put together, but I do have what I used to create it. In the L-shaped section, I had these handmade suitcases that are made just from a cardboard box. I put some tan butcher paper on. This was the letter O from one of those wooden aisles where you can paint. This was the letter O, which I just cut in half to make it look like a handle. I had these made. I put my last name so it looked like a bag. So in here, the coolest part about the L-shaped computer desk was that the desktop monitors sat inside of this suitcase. So from the outside, it didn't look like there was anything inside. And then when you sat at the desk, you could see the computers inside. So again, this was just made out of a big cardboard box that my school had from a shipment that came in over the summer. And then I covered it with butcher paper and I added little paper stripes to it to make it look more like a suitcase. So I've showed you the clouds, I've showed you the departure arrival signs, and I've showed you the baggage claim with the luggage. The next thing I wanted to show you, which I think was probably the coolest detail of the classroom transformation, in addition to the clock already hanging up in our classroom, I bought 6 or 7 of these little clocks from Walmart. I think I paid under $3, no, $4 for each. I can link them for you below, but how cute are these? And I set them to different time zones. So each clock was set to a different time zone. So I had places like Tokyo, I had Moscow, I had London, I had LA, and Honolulu. So this was a cool learning experience for the kids too, because it taught them different time zones, and they were so amazed how it was a different time in Los Angeles and a different time in PA, but we live in the same country. So it was definitely a cool learning experience. So as I mentioned before, there were some things in the classroom theme that I couldn't make myself, and I did rely on Amazon for, including this runway that I bought. I think I got it for under $10. It's 10 feet long. The kids absolutely loved it, and it was a perfect way to tie in the airport into the classroom. So when I first bought this, it did come with tape that I could peel off and stick to the tile, but I wanted to be able to move this in case I changed the desk arrangement or the layout of the class. So I just kind of laid this down, and the kids were very careful. Now it's time for my absolute favorite part of this entire theme, which was the boarding passes, passports, and badges. So to tie this theme all together and to create a sense of community inside of our classroom, the classroom jobs for my students related totally to what the theme was. So my school has Sneak a Peek, which is a day right before school starts, or the kids can come in, see their classroom for the first time, all decorated. For Sneak a Peek, I was able to dress up as a flight attendant, where I was able to give each kid their passport, boarding pass, and badge. Here is an example of a passport I got. I got a pack of 24 from Amazon for maybe $24. I can link that in the description below. But inside, I customized each student's passport, and this was theirs to keep all year. This is an example of a boarding pass that I gave out. It had Morris Air, their name from first grade to second grade, the gate number, which was our room number, and their seat. So alphabetically, obviously every kid has a number, and I just put A because that's what planes do. I had a QR code that attached to their Seesaw account, which Seesaw is a platform that we use to keep parents connected. So the desks were set up in threes, and on each desk they had a little card which had their number and the letter A, and that was their assigned seat, which also corresponded to the number on their boarding pass. So to tie everything together, and this was something that was used throughout the entire year, were classroom jobs. So to build classroom community, kids had classroom jobs, which I'm sure many other classrooms have. So in Morris Air, if you wanted a job, you had to apply for it. And this is something that I just created. And some of the jobs that students applied for were customer service, flight attendant, pilot, air traffic control, all jobs that had to do with an actual airport. In second grade, we learned two very important skills: economics and money, and a way to tie them both together is through the classroom economy, which I can do another video for you in the future of how I run and manage that. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to stick to the theme, and each student who had a job at Morris Air got a salary. The salaries varied. So every morning when the kids came in, they got their badge and they put their badge on, and on the back, if they had a job, it would have the job that they had. So this would say like pilot or flight attendant, whatever job they had for those 2 weeks. There would be a little card that they slip in their badge, and they wear this at all times. And again, this was just a way for the kids to feel like they were a part of the theme. They were employees of Morris Air, and it really tied the whole theme together and gave the kids responsibility. If you guys are still interested in this specific full year classroom theme, head over to my website where I have tons of pictures and I go into full detail of what I just showed you, plus so much more. Also, check out my blog where I wrote a full how-to guide to complete your full year theme. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on my socials, hit the subscribe button, and give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Look down, look away. What am I trying to say? So, let's get on in it. Is that a half inch?